Hey there, pasta fans. Get ready for another exciting installment of the GardenCast.
Ready to get started. So excited to be diving into the world of Olive Garden once again. So let's check out the commercial and see what they have in store.
So, any questions on the menu?
I'm kind of in the mood for something different.
Oh, me too. I think I can help you there.
Get together for Olive Garden's two new carbonaras. New shrimp carbonara with large succulent shrimp, or our new chicken carbonara with herb marinated chicken. Both served over pasta with our Parmesan carbonara sauce, along with our unlimited salad and breadsticks.
Well, what'd you think of our new dish?
It was exactly what I was in the mood for.
Olive Garden, when you're here, you're family.
Oh man,
What can you
instant
say?
classic right
Instant
there.
classic.
That's a real touchdown of a commercial.
Yeah, so excited to be getting started again. Do you want to introduce our guests?
Alright, well, on the panel today we have the heavy hitter, the boy from the streets, our good friend Nolan Cooney,
Hi, guys.
and then we have the newcomer for the day. He wasn't on the last one, but he is on this one. It's your good friend Eric Weber.
Hey fam.
And as always, I am Max Burchell, just filling in for the guy who used to be here before.
Yeah, right off the bat, I think we gotta take a look at that laugh that comes in at the beginning there.
The laugh at the beginning, the laugh at the end also
Right here.
like ties together.
Now that's a quality laugh.
Yeah, the second one just kind of comes full circle.
Oh man.
It's like, some people might not even say that's a joke, but it doesn't matter. She laughed anyway.
Yeah. Everything.
I laugh when I think I can help people.
Yeah.
Everything.
Everything.
That's appropriate. That's appropriate.
Well, what'd you think of our new dish?
It was exactly what I was in the mood for. Olive Garden, when you're here, you're family.
Olive Garden. When you hear everything's a joke.
So, any questions?
It is. And notice when she walks in, they're already laughing before she even gets to the table.
That's just like how good the menu is.
Do you think they print jokes on the menu?
It's probably just the fact that they probably already have their breadsticks and other bread things, right?
Right,
Or,
yeah.
Because that always gets me a giggling,
Oh, yeah, I know what you're saying. I mean, we could
So let's see here.
check that table.
Yeah, no, they definitely have.
Oh,
a
there's
stack
some
of
sticks
fresh
right there.
sticks.
I see the
that
sticks.
was a whole stack of fresh sticks. That would definitely get me in the mood.
They barely touch the wine as well.
Well, you never know. They could have been getting free
Refills? Got some refills on that?
Free refills.
Yeah. Do they have free refills on
No,
that?
no.
I don't know.
Oh, God!
They didn't touch the wine at all.
Because that was beginning
It's in
to
the
the
same
end. Is it
level.
the same?
Look at the white wine and the red wine.
I think you're right. They were just going all out on that
I really like how they have
carbonara.
two new carbonaras. They don't just come out with one carbonara.
Yeah,
They
no,
got
that'd be
two.
Fazoli's level right there.
Fazoli's one.
Olive Garden, you get two carbonaras. Check out those wine glasses. They're the same.
They're the same.
They are the same.
Right.
That
But that could just be consistency of where they leave their liquid levels.
Yeah, I
Like they
feel
were
like
just
it's
freshly
more.
refilled.
I feel like it's more attributable to just how much of a good time carbonara
Yeah.
is.
It's
You
like-
don't need to get drunk to
Yeah,
have
you
a
don't
good time.
you don't need the buzz. You got the buzz from that chicken and that drizzle and that shrimp.
Got the shrimp. I can't forget the
Ooh.
shrimp.
the stutter.
Shrimp.
So, any questions on the menu?
And this does look like a really great family. They're definitely transcending the typical,
Really breaking
family
boundaries.
stereotypes.
Yeah, they're not friends. They're family
They're
because they're at
family.
Olive Garden.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you can tell.
I mean, you've
even,
got-
even before the guy talks, you can tell that they want something new because they're all about new experiences, breaking the stereotypes down.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need mom, dad, kids to have a family.
Yeah, you can just have mom, dad.
That's all you need, and you got a complete family right there if you're in the right location.
100% whole family.
And getting that carbonara.
Oh man.
Just so much fun in this commercial. I mean, the waitress, she has so much fun. She has to tuck her tie in, or it's gonna
That's
get into
true.
the carbonara and it's just gonna spread fun all over the place.
Oh man. I bet that's what they do back in the kitchen, they're just spreading the fun all over the place.
Yeah, but they got to put on a professional appearance once they
Right.
got to keep the fun under control is what they got to do.
You gotta make sure the fun lands on the plate.
Still having the fun, but
And
it's
then bring
very
it out,
directed towards the dish.
Do you,
Yes.
do you think that guy would be less open to laughter if someone told him that his undershirt was showing?
He'd probably just think it was funny.
True.
Very
true.
I mean, there's a lot of different wardrobe going on in this commercial, coming from a lot of different angles. You got the tie tuck, you got the undershirt. I'm sure there's others to explore as well.
One of my favorite things with this, and it's gonna have to come around again, but it as the pasta is spinning with some sort of like breadcrumb on top of it, reminds me of that industrial shredder.
Yeah.
Right, where at? Here?
You'll tell.
Oh,
yeah.
That does look a little bit industrial.
I think it's a bit industrial, It's part of the industrial complex.
It's kind of urban. Would you consider Olive Garden to be more rural or
Olive
more
Garden's
urban?
are pretty urban.
Ooh, very urban.
Definitely from
feel.
these, judging from these styles, they really got an urban casual
Yeah.
vibe going.
I'd say urban casual nails it pretty well.
But never forgetting that authentic Italian touch. Cause
Oh no.
what would you do
Authentic
without
Italian.
They always keep the authentic Italian in the kitchen for the touch.
it? Right.
Has to touch each dish.
I'm sure it happens.
You'd think that like the owner would get paid the most or whatever, but it's actually the authentic Italian that they keep.
Maybe it's like her tie. Like she rubs her tie on all the food, so then she has to tuck it in when she goes out, so they don't see.
Authentic Italian tie.
So they don't see all the carbonara stains on her tie, right?
That's a good point.
Possible, just a theory.
Yeah, I mean anything could happen behind those closed kitchen doors.
It's a good point. We always see the family atmosphere at the table, getting the food,
Yeah.
but we never see what goes on behind the scenes.
See, the thing is, everybody's working there. Everybody who is working there, they're all family, too. Because when you're here, you're family, not just when you're eating here.
That's true. When you're here, anyone in the vicinity is part of the family.
I guess one of the things that is potentially at work here, when she walks in initially, she's looking off to the left. Now watch this. She's smiling off to the left.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Right? And they have these two new dishes that you get really close-ups with. She kind of looks to me like the type of person who went under extreme duress, smiles to deal with it.
That's probably true.
She's gotta tuck her tie in.
She has to deal
so
with
she
all
doesn't
those like crazy.
spread the fun around.
Gotta deal with all those crazy sibling dynamics, back in the kitchen.
If you imagine, you get the family, you get the Olive Garden family. There's probably just a lot of complex relationships.
Right.
When you mix up all those dynamics.
Yeah.
Oh, you talk about the chefs, you talk about the waiters, you talk about the executives.
Yeah, it's like
the
one
whole
day Steve's your bro,
hierarchy.
and the next day he's your dad.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you got all those people who are part of your family that just love taking just really close-up shots of food when you're trying to prepare it
It's like,
and send it out. It's like, John, get that camera out of my carbonara sauce, because I gotta serve this to the table of people
And, like,
who
he's trying to take
seem
a
like
bite,
they
and
were
then that
gassed by
guy-
the Joker.
Right.
The guy he takes a bite of the salad, and the other guy just like steals his shot by breaking that breadstick in front of him. It's like, come on, man.
It's true.
Like, give salad its day.
Go ahead. Go
Oh,
ahead.
no.
Oh, I just was gonna remark on how right after he says something different, and she says, "Oh, me too." She closes the menu. Like she was really trying to work hard, trying to find the perfect dish. She was struggling. She wasn't sure what to say, and she was like, "Oh, something different, of course."
Yeah,
And she's
then
got
she
it.
knew.
She's got it.
She knows what's different.
Uh-huh.
Oh man. Yeah, so I think we should dig into the characters at the table here.
The table.
I'm really delighted that they're delighted that it was exactly what he was in the mood for.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I think that's really what this one's all about. You know, like it's something new, but it's exactly what you're expecting.
It's like, don't be scared. Don't be scared of trying something new, because it's gonna be
Yeah.
just what you wanted all along.
It's
You
gonna
didn't
be
even know it.
the carbonara of your life.
I mean, he really is the patriarch of
He
the
definitely
family
is
at
the
the
dad
table.
here. He's the
I mean-
prime dad. The other guy, he doesn't do anything.
He just takes charge. He's got the dad haircut. He's got the dad chest.
He's got the dad V-neck with the white shirt.
He does indeed.
He's got that sense of
Hiding that
humor.
dad chest hair.
That
Hiding
that
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 dad bod.
laugh that
Dad
just
bod, right.
diffuses the tension. He sees
Right.
how tense she is,
I mean, he's
and he
definitely
just
leading the group for
sets her
sure.
straight.
Because she's probably a little nervous coming up there saying, "How'd you like your dish?" She's not sure what he's going to think of this new carbonara that she brought out for him. But he instantly, it puts everyone at ease with that big smile.
Yeah, I mean, he's this big family figure that's here in her Olive Garden, and they're looking to him for answers.
You know,
So she's kind of nervous. She's smiling through the pain, and it's just it all works.
You can
out
really
in the
feel
end.
all the tension break at that
Yeah.
moment. Everyone's just kind of stiff, and then as soon as he smiles and says that, it's just
I really feel like
complete laughter.
the moment that the server comes to the table, the entire family dynamic there changes, and it becomes that guy is the dad as always, but she becomes the mom.
she becomes the mom.
She's the new mom of the group.
That's interesting. You got all these different exchanges going on. They say you're family, but you're right. All the roles can be changing so quickly. You got to keep up with it.
Because I just think those two really work just really well as a couple, you know?
I'm also curious as to what the dynamics were before she gets to the table. A little bit more.
Yeah, we can
Just-
take a look. We get about a second of it if we
How
really
they,
focus.
how they laugh. What are they laughing over? Menu choices.
Maybe something about the breadsticks.
Some people have.
My guess was the breadsticks.
Personally, I'm going for the dark horse candidate. Some people have laminated menus, and other people don't. And some people have menus that are laminated better than others.
Oh yeah.
That's very true.
So
So you think there's some jealousy going on
I
there?
feel like there is, and that would also kind of explain a bit of the anxiety that she has when she's smiling her way through the whole thing.
So, any questions on the menu?
It's like I got so many people complaining about how laminated
You know what?
or not laminated their menus are. Let's just get through this, and she's
I
just
think-
smiling her whole
just
way.
I
Smiling.
think you hit the head on the nail right there, because she doesn't ask like, are you ready to order or anything like that. She asks, do you have any questions about the menu?
What if she
So
was
it's
talking
like-
about the menu itself?
Yeah,
not
like,
even the.
are you okay with this menu? Is the lamination all right
Uh-huh.
for you? Do you have any questions about how we have the menu?
Maybe it's all a mix-up. He says something different. He really means he just wants a different menu.
Yeah.
And she says, "Oh, me too," because she also got the unlaminated one.
That's
or
why she
poorly
closes it.
laminated.
She doesn't want it anymore.
Yeah, like get this out of here. I wanted something different.
So maybe the guy thinks that the food that he gets is the new menu. And that's exactly what he was in the mood for.
It could be, if he's not too familiar
It's
with
a
the
new,
concept
innovative
of
menu.
menus, or maybe he just expects something new from Olive Garden.
He also he has this expression on his face near the beginning of the commercial I don't know if you catch it, but his eyebrows on near the inside of his face, they dip down a little bit. Like, this isn't food. This is a menu.
That's true. That's true.
And he wants something different from just a menu.
Maybe it's not the lamination that's the trouble. It's the fact that he can't eat the menu.
I mean, look at his.
Look, it's almost like he's contemplating it.
Did you see it? Did you see it?
Uh-huh.
Did you catch it?
He also had his hand to his chin in sort of the classic thinker position.
Yeah.
He's definitely deep in
He was
thought.
thinking, what's the best way to attack this? Should I just take a bite out of it? Should I try and cut it up with my
he's
knife?
like, this isn't normally what I eat, but it's what they gave me.
He was like, should I put some kind of seasoning on it? Which makes sense why that's what he was in the mood for, because he wasn't too picky. He was just looking for something edible.
Look at that.
Oh, he does look a little pained.
Right there.
Uh-huh.
Like, oh, I don't have food.
Yeah, why can't I eat this? Or should I eat this? Or I don't really want to eat this, but I feel like I have no choice.
Yeah. On a tangent, that's kind of how I feel every time I've been to Olive Garden.
You wanted to eat the menu?
No, it's like, probably shouldn't eat this, but I don't have a choice.
Yeah.
You always do have a choice.
So maybe that's not... That's some very real acting that comes through. It might not even be acting. It could be a real reaction that was unscripted.
What if they're... Hear me out on this.
Mm-hmm.
What if they're members of a cult that's just started out?
You mean just the people visiting?
Yes. And the waitress is in on it. So they regard him as a cult leader.
Mm-hmm. So she's just ready to go
That
along
would
with
explain the laugh. Maybe there are drugs in the carbonara.
Could be.
They don't touch their wine. They know they're not getting anything from that wine.
True.
What are they getting stuff from?
It's got to be the carbonara.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can see it. There's definitely a lot of layers to this commercial, one way or another.
Another thing is when, like, adding on to that is, she says, so, any questions on the menu? Could be about elimination, about all of these complaints she's been getting from stupid customers about the menu. Or it could be like, hey, look, we got some stuff that's not on the menu.
Maybe.
If you're interested.
I didn't see it that way. That's a good point.
Maybe it's a test to see if they've actually read through the menu all the way. Like, are there, because there could be like printed questions on the menu, and if there was said, yeah, I did notice there were a few questions written on this menu here, then you know that they read through the whole menu.
Wait, maybe the question he asks, he asked a question that's like, about he was in the mood for something. I guess that's not a question; it's more of a statement.
So, any questions on the menu?
He asks it questioning though. It's kind of a questioning tone.
It's kind of more of a request.
It was a request.
Almost.
Mm-hmm.
He's like inviting carbonara sauce.
Carbonara sauce. That's probably the key ingredient.
That guy definitely looks like a Gordon to me.
A Gordon?
An Olive Gordon.
Oh, yeah.
I read somewhere that Olive Garden's pasta isn't very good because they don't salt the water
Oh, yeah.
that they boil it in.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just flavorless. So maybe they have nothing to do with anything else in this commercial.
I don't know, could put some extra salt in that carbonara sauce.
Yeah, I feel like it's all about the sauce. I think the pasta they kind of just scrape off the ground.
The pasta, the meat is all
the
secondary.
I do know.
It's the carbonara
I
sauce.
do know.
Yeah,
you know. I'm sure you do. As an expert in the field, that's why we brought you onto the GardenCast.
I mean, what they tend to do usually is they put the carbonara sauce and the spaghetti noodles, specifically spaghetti noodles, into an industrial shredder along with various psychedelics and opioids.
What you're saying is the clues are all there.
I mean,
They're all right in front of
if
us.
you look hard enough, you'll find what you're looking for.
As long as you're looking for something different.
I mean, if you're going to
Don't
Olive
say that,
Garden,
or they might make you party their family.
if you're going to Olive Garden, you're always looking for something different.
I want to point out how the slogan at the end, family, is capitalized, which really suggests that family, rather than just being the concept of family, is some sort of an organization.
Or maybe it's the family name, you know?
Yeah.
Your last name
Your last
gets
name
changed
is
to family.
family.
When you go there, you're all
He's
Mr. and Mrs.
Gordon family.
Olive Gordon family.
Olive Gordon. Could be.
Olive Gordon's family are going to be part of the Olive Garden family.
I think you're right about that.
So, any questions on the menu?
I like how they really drive home that it is an Italian restaurant, right in the name.
Well, they want to make it. They want to make it clear.
Yeah, because it's not like a, you might think, oh, Olive Garden, that sounds like a great Greek restaurant and get some euros, but
True.
no, this is Olive Garden Italian
And you
restaurant.
got that urban casual experience going on. You want to make sure they stay true to their Italian roots.
Very true.
Olive Garden. When you're here, your family.
So, any questions on the menu?
I'm kind of looking for something different.
Ooh, me too.
This whole restaurant space just has such a great feel to the atmosphere of it, a great ambiance. It's
Authenticity, would you say?
very authentic, you know.
Along with our unlimited salad and
Yeah.
breadsticks.
I feel like, though, if I were the one who had to cook and arrange that food, I'd get kind of distracted by the saxophone.
Oh yeah.
A little bit.
I'd be...
What if it just gets you in that zone though?
Well, then I'd make a calzone. I
Oh.
would make carbonara
Do they have
sauce.
calzones at Olive Garden?
Well, they would if
If you
I
were-
were there.
if you were in
and
charge.
They
they don't.
probably train all of their chefs to work in time with the saxophone music, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I bet if they cut the saxophone, they wouldn't even be able to make the pasta.
That's a good
I
point.
feel like
That's-
that's a business flaw.
That's probably how they keep it so that when somebody gets fired, they can't go out and start up their own. They can never make this sort of food
It's
again
like a
because
special
they don't
type
have
of saxophone.
they don't have the
music.
sax guy.
You think it's like live music? There's like a guy there playing the sax.
Oh, it's definitely gotta be live. They probably they have an in-house,
An in-house band,
musician,
but
you
it's
know?
an in-kitchen band. It's not.
Oh, an
it's not. It's
in-kitchen.
not for the guests.
Yeah.
It's for the kitchen.
No, of course they wouldn't let because then they might just start making their own pasta.
And then they wouldn't need Olive Garden anymore. That's
Yeah,
a good point.
it's probably not even like the chefs. They're not even like actual. They're just people they find off the street and they play this music and it has
Puts them
all
into
the,
sort
it
of
has all
pasta
the right
making
tones.
trance.
But who's to say that these people sitting at this table
Carbonara sauce. Along with our unlimited
aren't
breadsticks.
Well, what'd you think about
eating after spending a hard day's work at Olive Garden?
In the kitchen,
Oh,
they could be employees themselves, or not.
Olive
employees,
Garden
but
is a
just-
cult, guys.
Yeah,
It's a cult.
it's a cult.
It's a cult. They wanted something different.
Uh-huh.
They've already had all of these drug cocktails at Olive Gardens cooking up to sweet saxophone music in the back room.
salad and breadsticks.
When you're here, your family.
Exactly what I was in the mood.
You know, the family
Olive Garden.
is a nickname for the big mafia that is stationed in Italy. It comes from Italy. So,
Or our new chicken carbonara with
It's
kind of culty, kind of...
it seemed pretty shady for sure.
Yeah, this is a very sinister commercial.
Really, once you kind of dive deep into that, you really see what's underneath all those layers of
Carbonara sauce.
carbonara sauce. Exactly.
it's a real shame they never give the whole table a chance to shine. You know, there's always just like these two people.
There are two who are just totally secondary
Yeah,
characters.
they're just background characters.
Well, there's one guy, it's kind of like the last one, where there's this like triangle of 3 people out of the 4 are being paid more attention to. That guy in the red,
It's true.
He nods. He laughs. And that's it.
Well,
That is
the
it.
lady there.
She
in
she
the
turns
She
her head
gets
once, and
main
that's
in
it.
the
Barely
shot.
does
The other
anything.
guy is just kind of like, ha ha ha
Barely
ha. Turn,
does.
look at the waitress.
Mm.
Ha 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 ha. That's it.
I
That's all
think
he's
beyond
got.
that, I think it's really just the dynamic between the waitress and the main guy, Gordon, is really the important. It's less of a triangle; it's more just a line. Everyone else is secondary. Because notice how she always turns to look at him. She kind of directs her laughter
Did she
towards
put her
him.
hand on his shoulder?
Maybe on his back.
I think
No,
it's on the
just
chair.
on the chair.
It's still his chair,
Think he brought his own chair?
possible. Maybe she's really thinking, "Hey, get this chair out of here. You're messing with our conformity."
Man, all this Olive Garden's got me really hungry, so I just have to eat these sticks and stuff, you know?
Sticks of bread.
Yeah, she put her hand on his shoulder.
Oh, she did.
Well,
She
hey,
did. You're gonna have to.
They're
But-
family.
By the end of the commercial,
She was giving it
Uh-huh.
away.
she starts with the chair at the beginning, but by the end, she's firmly on the shoulder.
Man, she really resorts to interesting methods to try to get tips, I guess.
I think she's giving everyone else the
I think she
cold
might have
shoulder.
been going for a bit more than just the tip from
She
old
adjusted.
Gordon.
She did have the shoulder right there. You're right.
I think her and Gordon are definitely going to be hitting it off after this.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see like what the next 30 seconds of this commercial are like. You
Yeah.
know, so I
If
imagine
this was
they.
like a double date scenario,
Yeah.
pretty sure Gordon would leave whoever it was that he came with for the waitress.
Both served over pasta with our Parmesan carbonara sauce, along with our unlimited salad and breadsticks.
He'd probably do anything based on his mental state.
True. After all that carbonara. Who knows? Who knows what's next? Maybe dessert. Maybe dessert comes next.
That might be nice. Dessert carbonara.
They probably put the carbonara on the dessert too,
Yeah.
on it and in it and just all over it.
Oh, yeah.
It's like chocolate carbonara.
Carbonara with herb-marinated chicken, both served over pasta with our Parmesan carbonara.
Have you ever marinated chicken in herbs? Usually it takes a liquid. So, what's going on there?
Is the sauce sufficient in liquid?
Sauce is typically a liquid.
You don't know anything about carbonara sauce though. It could be a whole different
Well,
world.
from what I know from this quality commercial, it's obviously pretty moist.
It looks pretty moist, but maybe the texture is something totally different once you get it in your mouth.
I like how everything looks pretty moist in this commercial.
Yeah,
Even the waitress.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
most definitely. The logo.
Personally, I'm a little concerned that they're not labeling that carbonara sauce correctly. It should be carbonara salts.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is a drug-fueled cult, after all.
Of course.
So,
What the heck's a
And that's how they get
carbonara
you.
anyway?
that's how they get you. They get you with the breadsticks.
The breadsticks.
The breadsticks. It's the breadsticks every
That's
time.
the hook that just pulls you in.
I lost my uncle to a heart attack. It was completely unrelated.
I love how they have the Olive Garden logo on the wall in the background at the very beginning.
Yeah, I appreciate that. That's how you know it's one of their flagship locations.
That
Yeah.
wall of garden.
Wall of Garden. Notice carbonara has carbon in it. What do you
And
think about
also,
Also carb.
carbs.
Carb.
You drive your car to Olive Garden to get the carbs, and then you sustain your carbon.
Footprint.
Yeah.
I agree.
That sounds like, I mean, that's just, you couldn't sum it up better than that.
Yeah.
1 + 1 equals carbon footprint.
Yep.
Oh man, we're really winding down here.
We are winding down. And so if we learn one thing, it's don't try that carbonara sauce
It
unless
just
you
seems a little risky.
really want to get into some business
Hey,
and
and
you
that's-
don't want to know what
Look,
happens.
if you're in for something new,
Something
go
different.
for it. If you're in for something different,
He
go
did
for
say.
it.
But-
He did say.
But also, if you're in for something different, chances are it probably doesn't mix well with that wine you just ordered.
Well, they didn't drink the wine, so
Exactly. They knew to
don't
avoid
drink
it.
the wine. You can have enough wine in the beginning so that you're laughing by the time your waitress comes out.
But no more.
After that, that's it. Leave it. Don't touch it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of in the mood for something different.
Ooh, me too. I think I can help you there.
Yeah.
Get together
Those other
for
two
Olive
people
Garden's
don't even have a
I
say
know we've
in
made
what
it.
they
We've
eat.
made it this far, and we haven't even. They've done nothing noteworthy at all besides laugh, right?
Yeah, it's like they don't even care. They're just letting those two people just completely take over all the choices. You know.
Mm-hmm. There's clearly like a power dynamic going on there. I think that's very clear.
Oh, man, the last run.
This is
through
the last
here.
run through.
Ooh, me too. I think I can help you there. Get together for Olive Garden's
You know, I'm feeling like we barely even scraped the surface of this. You know.
Mm-hmm. Maybe when we start to explore some more commercials, it'll all just kind of add up.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah, it's also just. I'm still gonna go with the. It's kind of terrifying.
Well,
Yeah,
Olive
definitely
Garden
a dark
is
side.
just the concept of Olive Garden is honestly terrifying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've reached the end, and I think we've learned a lot, but I think we could also say there's a lot more to learn.
Yeah, we've got a lot of answers, but we've got even more questions.
Yeah, we gotta ask all of them.
Yep.
We gotta call up Gordon.
See what he's up to.
Let's give him a ring.
Thanks for joining us, everyone, and stay tuned for more pasta content.
Hope to
Thanks,
see you
friends.
next week with even more sauce and even more breadsticks.